Hello YouTube, this is the Ninja Soccer again, and we're doing another Let's Play on ArmA Cold War Assault, or as what I remember the game way back in the day, Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis. This game you can pick up on Steam, and that's what I did because I missed the game, and I had a disc or two on Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis. I actually had the Game of the Year edition where you had 3 different campaigns, where you'd have the American side, the Russian side, and the Resistance side, and you needed like 3 or 4 discs at the time when the game came out for Game of the Year. And if you ever miss any one of the discs, you're kind of screwed, and that's what happened with me. So many years later, I found it on Steam under a different name, which was what kind of set it off for me. I was like, wait a minute, it's supposed to be called Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis, but I'm guessing Codemasters or Bohemia Interactive, one of the two, wanted the names to be changed a certain way, which added on to that, I believe is the same deal with this right here. You only get 2 different campaigns to go with, Cold War Crisis and Resistance, because I think if it's not Bohemia Interactive, it's the other guys, Codemasters, who own the rights to the Russian campaign, which I forgot what was the name of it, like Red Dawn or something like that. And I guess they just kept it like that. The other campaign was actually pretty good. They're all really good. You know, you gotta have them all, but this is what we're working with, and we'll go ahead and start at the beginning. I was already playing through, and I was like, you know what, I want to make a Let's Play on this. Even though I was doing other Let's Plays with Aliens vs. Predator, I just started a Let's Play with Dungeon Keeper, and now I'm jumping in this ArmA Cold War Crisis, and I'm also going to do ArmA Assault after this, like after a few minutes to an hour of playing this. I'll see how far I can get within that time frame, upload it, then jump to the next game in the series of the Operation Flashpoint games, or the ArmA series games, which is, you know, Armed Assault or whatever. I'll jump to that one, and then I'll go back to Dungeon Keeper, because I fixed a certain thing or two on Dungeon Keeper, but I'll explain it when we get to Dungeon Keeper. So what we're going to do is, let me see, I can either revert or replay. If I revert, it's going to take everything away, but if I replay, I could just replay it. You know what, we'll revert. We'll do it all over again, just for you guys. Well, for anyone who's watching, you know. Anyone who's going to enjoy just that special certain commentary and my unique game style, if I even have a game style. Yeah, as you can see,
we're just not ready for this
graphically
kind of
it's
action,
not the best, and
I know.
voice animations,
ready or not, we've got a serious fight ahead of us.
It's not 100%. Uh-oh, wait, hold up, wait a minute, I screwed up. Give me a second. I messed up. I just realized that wasn't even the first mission. I thought it was. I should have known better. There we go. Yes, that's where we want to be. There we go. That's what we were missing. Yeah, this was the first of the series of the Operation Flashpoint games, or the ArmA games, depending on how you want to look at it. So it's going to look similar to certain things. You're going to see some things real old looking and outdated here and there, but it was a good game. I grew up with this, you know. Well, not grew up with it, but when being a child growing up, this was one of the games I played, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And they had a lot of nice mods at the time on GameSpy Arcade. I joined some friends on there who was playing this game, and they found some great mods. There was
3 days of negotiations. Representatives were successful on measures to curb
Cops and
inflation,
Robbers
but
mod,
were unable to reach a consensus on a global anti-drugs program. The U.S. President Ronald Reagan described the talks as a major step forward. The Soviet Union.
Pipe down, children.
Good old Ronald
Mikhail
Reagan.
Gorbachev, the new
That
General
Reaganomics.
Secretary of the Communist Party, is facing the first test of his leadership as the crisis in his country grows. The Politburo is said to be divided over Mr. Gorbachev's plans for political and economic reform, so-called perestroika. The head of the KGB, Nikolai Stronsky, is reported to have left for his dacha in the Crimea with a number of senior military figures. But official Kremlin sources deny any split. Sport now, and Czechoslovakia has won the World Ice Hockey Championship
It's a
after
fix.
defeating
The
Canada
Czechs couldn't beat a team
5-3
of
at home in
schoolgirls.
Prague.
Meathead!
Czechoslovakia.
You stink, Fowley.
I don't know, Armstrong. If our tour wasn't up next week, I'd seriously consider swimming home.
What is this, a tea party? You ladies were due on the parade ground 10 minutes ago.
Hot dang.
Now get your asses out there or I'll have them stitched into footballs and kick them from here to New Jersey.
Yeah, for those of you who are not military, you can probably tell that this is kind of dated military stuff. Like the uniforms, I don't believe military branches use the BDUs or the jungle pattern uniforms that they're using. I mean, the Air Force maybe. I know the Air Force ROTC uses that. I don't think anyone else uses that anymore for the U.S. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that. But also, you can tell how old it is with the American flag that's on their uniforms. It's facing in the opposite direction of what our military is doing nowadays. The stars on the flag is supposed to be in the other direction, and I think it's to symbolize that they're heading towards the battle, towards the danger to protect. In this, they just have the flag as a standard flag that you would see on like a normal
wrestlers with flatter stomachs than yours.
uniform or on a normal pattern. You know, they don't do that anymore. They changed it,
Now move your ass.
and it's not that colorful anymore. The colors that they use now is going to be like green and black for the American flag, and it's to keep it camo based. That because
Armstrong, you see that truck on the left?
Yeah, I see it.
Run to it and back. Hurry up.
So here we are.
Okay, Armstrong, now run back. Move!
Character is David Armstrong. He's a recurring character in the ArmA series. You'll see him in the next game that I play.
Well done. Get back in line and put your gun on your back.
Right here, make it nice. You probably just saw when I ran sideways or turned sideways to get in between the two soldiers here. It looked a little flat or 2D.
Soldiers, it's time to see what you're
That's
made
one of the
Let's hit training
issues
ground.
with this game. It's not perfect, but they fixed it in the next game. They actually made the next game look really good. An interesting thing is the next game actually has the same engine as this, but it's a little modified, a little updated, and it works pretty well. I don't know what song they're singing in the background. It's some sort of cadence that they're doing in the military. I've never heard it before, to be honest, though. The ones I've actually heard before for the military are like the C-130 one, you know, like C-130 rolling down the strip. That one, I'm pretty sure some of you know what I'm talking about. I've heard that one a lot when I used to live in Fort Benning with my family. Oh, really? They just push me aside and get it. Soldiers. Basic training, or at least I'm assuming this is basic training. Usually you tend to have basic training in the States, but here in this fictional area... Is it fictional? Here in these areas, these made-up islands that they have for this game, we're doing our version of basic training here, which I guess is possible in reality. But I always thought the military would try and do basic training stateside, and then when you go overseas,
We've heard there are unknown forces on
you do
Eberron,
you know, the actual deployments and all that other stuff.
Even for war, sir?
Oconus and Conus or something like
Even
that.
for war, soldier.
What else is there? The weapons that they're using, we get our standard M16 weapons. It says just M16, but I think when you look at the ammo, it says that it's an M16A. I want to say 1, but it might be an M16A2. And I know in the next game, ArmA Assault,
We're here. Disembark.
you get M16A4s, I believe. Also in this game you do get M4s, but they don't call them M4s, they call them like XM something else. And from my knowledge, whenever you have an X in front of any kind of designation in the military, it's an experimental type of weapon. At least that's how it is for aircraft. I know that much for aircraft because I pilot a bit at the Manhattan Airport on fixed wings, and I'm also about to join the Army as a... Well, I'm going to try. I mean, I mentioned this before in another Let's Play, but I'm going to try to join the Army as a warrant officer and a pilot. I've already gone and done the tests. I've gone to MEPS. I've
Go for it, Dave!
done it all. I've already had my letters of recommendation, and I've already went to my what do you call it?
Go! Who do you think you are?
My board with you know, with the 3 officers that you would have if you're trying to be a warrant officer or an officer, and I passed that, and now I'm just waiting till July to get the paper bore approved.
Okay, Armstrong, now run back. Move!
So it could be in July I actually get in, or it could be that in July that's when I'll get fully approved, everything finalized, and then after July it's like, alright, this is where you'll be coming into basic training.
Go!
And that's what it looks like that they're doing here, is just is basic training stuff. Or it could just be like a refresher course that this particular squad has to go through. Because the sergeant there did say, you know, I gotta shape you guys up before sending you back to the real world. Not those words exact, but you get what I'm trying to say. And again, obviously, we can tell how old the game is in the name itself. That guy kind of clipped and messed up there. How old the game is itself, because it is a Cold War Crisis, you know, so this is during the Cold War. This is during the, anytime after the 50s, or, no, that's wrong. Anytime after the 50s is what I'm talking about, because after the 50s came, the 50s was the Korean War. Then you had 60s and 70s was Vietnam. After that, the 80s on up to the 90s, because I know the wall fell down in 89, so that would be like the Cold War era. So that's obviously this time. I can't believe I said 50s. I love history too. I should have known that faster, better than that. And their equipment clearly shows us anyways. It's just stuff.
We're here. Disembark.
Like, I don't even know if I see these 5-ton trucks anymore in the military, to be honest. I mean, I've seen deuce and a halves. I might have seen the rare occasional gamma cores.
And effective with his weapon. Armstrong and Peterson, you're up first.
And in this game, they have M113s. I don't ever see those anymore. Then again, you know, it's not like they have M113s going anywhere all over the place to be seen. I mean, I've seen a lot of Abrams around where I'm at, so.
Okay, Armstrong, you take the 3rd lane. Peterson, the 1st one. Ready to fire? Fire at will.
Now see, I don't know how they stand like that. I wish I knew, because that looks normal. The way I'm standing looks kind of weird. And I think there's a button I can press on the keyboard to do that, but I just don't remember what it is. On the next ArmA game that I plan on playing, you can do that. Yeah, see, as you can see, the graphics aren't that great. Like, you can see my soldier's hands, Armstrong's hands, going through the gun. It's kind of messed up.
Where do you think you're going? Follow my orders, you imbecile! Target 1 in the 3rd lane destroyed. Target 2 in the 3rd lane destroyed. Target 3
To get this view, you just push V on the keyboard, or whatever you set it to.
Now, the rest of you.
But yeah, in the next game though, the ArmA Assault one, they actually fixed that. The graphics, like you can actually see the hand holding the weapon. You can make your character like stand at ease, kind of like the other guy was doing. Like, he has the weapon held, so it's not exactly at ease, but it's not like my character where it looks like he's always aiming down the scope, you know.
James Gostowski. Christ, George, you scared the hell out of me. Yeah, I'm keeping fine.
It's the same name as me, except that's not how I spell it.
Sarah's fine too, I guess. Tell you the truth, I ain't seen her for months. Business? Terrible. But look, what's this all about?
Yeah, no kidding, you're not calling about business.
You're kidding me. No, I ain't heard nothing. Well, Jesus, George. There's 10,000 people in that town. They can't just have stopped talking to us.
It's not exactly sitting on that chair correctly, too.
Well, I guess I'll be right over. And to think you spooks promised me the quiet life out here.
Spooks, based on the powers of deduction, we can guess that he himself is a spook. With the way the conversation went and all that. Or it could be that he's not a spook, but he could be something else. I mean, if spooks are calling you, CIA kind of individuals, they need you for something, and especially how the conversation went, you can guess who this character, how this character operates and what he works at, so. Guessing is not 100% certain, but we're definitely going to find out as we continue this Let's Play.
Good to see you, boys. We're ready. Nice to see you again, James. You'll be briefed further en route. Good luck.
Having a hard time trying to get into the chopper. And the game got tired of waiting for him. It's kind of scripted that they're supposed to move in and get to the choppers and all. Those choppers you don't see for the Army anymore, unless they got them somewhere that I don't know. As far as I know, the U.S. Army does not use Heinz anymore. I believe the Marines use those though. We still have the Blackhawks and they, what do you call them? Modify them and all that. But Heinz they don't use anymore. They've replaced them with Apaches. I mean, in this game we have Apaches and Heinz, but they decided, I guess, in reality, probably cost effectiveness, let's just move to using Apaches fully and continue on that route. Because I could have sworn a while ago there was also some talk about the new a new helicopter called the Comanche, but I guess they stopped that as well. And of course they made that into a video game. There's the Comanche that you can play. It was supposed to be like a stealth chopper. There's your M1A ones. Or M1A2s.
Rub the sleep out of those eyes, gentlemen. Colonel Blake will brief you. Attend hut!
Thank you, Sergeant. Okay, men, at ease. At 0700 hours yesterday morning, contact was lost with Everon, the easternmost island in this group. The last communications that came from the island reported heavy military activity in and over the streets. From what we can ascertain, Everon has been occupied by a hostile force, origin unknown. As the only NATO presence in the area, it is our job to respond. Choppers are waiting to ferry you to Everon. Any questions?
Sir, you say the origin of the occupying force is unknown. How can that be, sir? Hasn't anyone, spoken to them?
Believe me, we've tried, soldier. Our intelligence assets in this area are limited. I'm sure Washington is diverting satellites to the area like crazy. But this has caught them by surprise, and it's going to be a while before the first bird passes over. For our part, we sent a couple of helicopters to take a look yesterday. Neither returned.
Sir, there's not many of us, and it sounds like there's a heck of a lot of them. Should we get some more of our guys over here before we try anything?
A carrier battle group is heading for the area at flank speed, but it's still a few days away. And the longer we wait, the longer those guys, whoever they are, have to dig in and reinforce. Washington wants to move fast, before Moscow gets involved, if they aren't already. We're going to have to do the best we can with what we've got. Those choppers are waiting, soldiers. You'll be briefed further en route.
Guys,
good luck.
eyebrows,
Dismissed.
foreheads moving like
Okay,
crazy.
soldiers, you heard the colonel. Sounds like
Or his
your
brow
holiday
line,
is
I
not
should
over
say.
just yet. Now gather up those kit bags and let's move.
Yeah, saying earlier, they sent choppers over to inspect a gate and none have returned. That tells me, if I was one of the soldiers there, that the occupying force has some sort of defense that can take out choppers, and that's a bit of a problem. I mean, if you got that kind of firepower to take out choppers, and choppers are supposed to be like one of the best options that the military can use at their disposal to check things, to do things, and all that other stuff. And those things are fucking expensive too on top of that, so if the occupying force has got something, get rid of those, and they haven't returned, no responses and all that, we got a serious crisis on our hands. And considering earlier on we saw a video of two Hinds going in one direction and a Blackhawk picking up going somewhere, I'm guessing it was the two Hinds that didn't return. That's a big problem. Hinds are supposed to be like light attack choppers, compared to Apaches, which would be like heavier attack choppers. So squads here. I remember in the Operation Flashpoint game, there was a glitch or something where if I turned my head this way, one of the guys over here had like a big old damn head, big old fucking head, like that. And I might have been this guy, but I guess in this game they fixed it. I just thought it was funny. Am I allowed to eject? Well, I can't eject, but I'll probably hurt myself. Checked out of the chopper, pull out the parachute. But if you do it at a certain distance where the chute won't fully deploy, you can actually hurt yourself. Die.
Okay, let's move out. Keep your heads down and get over to those trees. I'll brief you there.
Heads down, no doubt. Choppers land, you better keep your fucking head down. You can get your head chopped off.
6, ready. 7, waiting.
Go ahead and respond.
8, ready.
8, ready. Number 8. We can check our map. Start in the air. Here we are over here. This is us in the red. Everyone else, we're supposed to seize the village. To look at this view, you press M for map, and everything is, yep, there we go. You can also do binoculars for B on the keyboard, but I don't have any because I'm just a private. Let me see. Is it? Yeah, you push T for time. To check your watch. There's also compass. Is it G? Yeah, G's for compass. Very helpful. if you're playing like the hardest difficulty for this game, which I'm not, I'm just playing on normal or cadet, I guess, or whatever. I guess that's normal. I tend to do lone wolf and run off on my own, which gives me the best, I would say versatility or flexibility for me to do a bunch of other stuff and not be with the group. It's not necessarily good though, because you can die a lot. So you're probably gonna see me die a lot in this game. But you know, hey, wait a minute. Are those bad? Yeah, they're bad guys. So you know, you'll probably see some deaths, but.
Now we'll move into Morton from the left. We're Squad Alpha. Squad Bravo will support us from the right by the forest. When we reach the village, we'll wait for the air support. Once the enemy's armored units have been destroyed, we'll move in and seize the village. Now, no heroics, okay? This is not an exercise. We're facing a real enemy this time.
No heroics. Because I'm off on my own. This is the first time that happened. I've actually gotten far enough that I'm not even with the group anymore to hear that. Now, the interesting thing is, in this game, from what I've noticed, because I played it a lot, and I remember, if certain objectives aren't met, you can actually mess up the objectives that are intended to happen. So, like, seize the village. You're supposed to seize the village, but there are moments that I can recall that our team sucked so bad, and that I suck so bad, that I couldn't seize the village.
Engage, soldier!
And a new objective will pop up and say, oh, it's time to retreat.
Engage, soldier!
Now, I always like to pick up the opposing team's weapons and use that for myself. So, like, if I'm playing the Russian, I'll pick up M16s and use those. If I,
Hey, target soldier!
Oh, shit, no. You guys might see a death.
Engage! Soldier! Aim! Fall back into formation!
Soldier, it's history!
Got him. Oh yeah, and vice versa for other characters that I play. So if I'm playing the Americans, the U.S. guys, I'll pick up the opposing team's weapons and use that. And I always like using semi-auto. I don't like using burst or full auto. It just doesn't work well for me.
Enemy T-72, 200.
Aim! Engage! Soldier!
12 o'clock, soldier, 200.
Shit. Alright, I got him. We got an enemy T-72 up there. I can't do anything unless I pick up a rocket launcher.
Fall back into formation.
And the two types of rocket launchers you have in this game, well, there's a bunch of types, but generally what you would have is the Law rocket launcher, which for the U.S. team, and the RPG.
Squad Alpha and Bravo, this is Papa Bear. We're done here. Proceed to village. Out.
Oh yeah, but like I was saying, like you can fail certain objectives and they'll have to fix it for you. I need to hurry up and get over here next to this body and use it as cover.
Engage! Soldier!
Is that a rocket launcher? No, that's not a rocket launcher. I thought it was a rocket launcher. I was going to pick that up. Give me your ammo. You don't need it. You're
Go
dead.
to 3, 2, 4!
Let's see. I think in reality, you're not supposed to pick up...
1 o'clock! Soldier! 500!
Oh, I'm hurt.
I've got him! I've got him!
Yeah, in reality, like in real, like if you were a soldier, you're not supposed to pick up the enemy's weapons and use it for your own, because they could be, as my father likes to say, because he was a soldier, he'd been in the Army for 24 years and retired in '98, and he was a drill sergeant for like 4 years too. I mean, involuntarily extended by the Reagan administration, but he went ahead and did it. He didn't mind. And on top of that, he retired out of the military 100% disabled and unemployable, but he still wishes he was in. That guy's awesome like that. But you're not supposed to pick up enemy weapons, because like my father would say, sometimes they would booby trap their own weapons to make sure you don't use them, ammo or guns. And I guess in other measures and means, the military doesn't want you picking up the enemy's weapons because it's I guess against the Geneva Conventions or something. That's just a guess. It's not 100%. Shit. Duck.
Target soldier. 10 o'clock. Soldier. 100. All move to building. 10 o'clock.
And I died. There you go. First death. Don't know where that came from, but someone obviously shot me. I was gonna say in the face, but someone got me in the back of the head. What is this? From that angle? No. You saw that. The camera went through the house. Come on now. Well, it's whatever.
2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Follow 1. Form line. All go, go, go. All go to 2, 7, 1, 0. 5. Engage. Soldier. 8. Engage. Soldier. 8. Fall back into formation. 11 o'clock. Enemy. Soldier. 200. 2. Ready. 3. Ready. 6. Ready. 8. Target soldier. 11 o'clock. BMP. 500.
There goes our AH-1. AH-1. Is that the Cobras? Yeah, that's the Cobras.
8. Engage. Soldier.
Quit running. It makes it easier to kill you. Yeah, see, sometimes this will happen. The game's not perfect. It'll have you targeting things that aren't there.
8. Fall back into formation.
You don't tell me what to do.
2 o'clock. Enemy. Soldier. 200.
Well, I mean, you do, because you're obviously a higher rank than me. You're the sergeant. I'm just a private for now. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. That reminds me. So, like, another example of, like, missions failing and have, like, consequences. In this game, your character, David Armstrong, can become a lieutenant. And in later missions, if your character or you screw up certain missions from then on when you're an officer, they can demote you to a sergeant or to a private again, and you will no longer be in that position of control. It's happened to me before a long time ago.
1 o'clock.
Where are you running to? Yeah, that's right. You stay down.
8. Fall back into formation. 8. Ammo low. 8. Rearm at 1 o'clock. Squads Alpha and Bravo. This is Papa Bear. We're done here. Proceed to village. Out.
Okay. Load. What else do I have? Grenades. I got 6 grenades.
Target soldier. 11 o'clock. Soldier. 100.
Oh shit! Jesus.
8. Engage. Soldier. 5.
Yeah, see, it's moving along, but he wasn't moving at all.
Target soldier. 8. Fall back into formation.
Alright, I got him. I prefer the AK over the M16 in this game because the M16 had like a whole extra reticle going on. This I have this boxy thing down at the bottom and it's open at the top. For the M16 it wasn't open at the top, if you notice. It had like a circle going on over the top, and that bugs me. To me it like blocks my view of seeing things, and I just don't like that.
Return to formation.
Nah. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you no.
Negative.
There you go. Obviously, in reality, they won't tolerate that in the military. You can't just tell certain people no like that. I mean, you gotta have like a damn good reason. That's an officer right there. He's gotta have some goodies on him.
All move to building.
In this game, if you're a certain rank, you'll sometimes have certain things that others won't have. So, like for example, you can see here he has smoke grenades, binoculars, which I will take. I don't think they transfer over to the next level, but it's whatever. I'll go ahead and take it. There is the wreck of a BMP. Of a regular BMP too as well. And not 2 as in the number 2, I'm just meant 2 like T-O-O-2 as well, you know. Let's see what we have here. They are looking for any other enemy vehicles and other tanks and stuff. I am hunting for my prey. I was about to shoot. Oh my goodness, that scared me a bit. I was like, oh man, people to shoot at. There's so many of them. So it says here he's our officer, and we had him at that basic training thing. I don't know if in this game he's really an officer. I think he's just a sergeant, but they classify him as an officer, which is some of the things in the ArmA games that they kind of messed up on in the first game and in the second game. But we did it, and I won't. And they're not going to penalize me for like disobeying certain orders that the officers tell. They'll penalize me if I hit my allies with weapons and stuff and all that other jazz. Or if I was in charge of a group and I had the entire team die and I was like the only one. If the game didn't, if that level didn't turn out to be good or perfect, like I survived, like I was the only one who survived, but everyone else died and I was the officer, they'll look bad at it. But if I end up doing the mission, complete the mission to what they wanted, it should be okay, but they'll penalize me on points. Okay, so here's the gear. This is what we have, and I can't change anything. They give us options here to have a secondary, like a handgun and all that. I don't think in the first campaign you're allowed to do that, but in the other campaign, the Resistance one, you can actually pick up pistols and all that. In this campaign, I don't think you can, but for right now, I can't do anything. I mean, like, I can click on things to see what they say. There. Okay, so it's an M16A2 assault rifle. Alright. M16 assault rifle series developed from research conducted by the U.S. Army Operations Research Office, ORO. Wait, U.S. Army Operations Research Office. I would have thought that was DARCOM, maybe, that does something like that, but I guess not. Created at Johns Hopkins University in September 1948 as the United States Army standard issue rifle, the M16 is a reliable and accurate weapon, although prone to jamming, as it's relatively easy for dirt to get in the chamber in the magazine. Now, see that right there, this weapon was a problem. I mean, it's not so much as a problem as you would think. I mean, it was revolutionary that we had this. I mean, before the M16, we had what were we using? I mean, this was during Vietnam era. What do we have before the M16? Were we using M14 still? I don't think we were using M1 Garands. Well, anyways, for this weapon, jamming a lot. We found out soon in the U.S., or for the U.S. military at least, this weapon and weapons similar like it, so the M4, the M16, had issues with dirt, like as it says here, and with recent conflicts, wars, and battles that we've been in, so like desert combat and all that. this weapon had a problem there, which is why the military is still trying and has issued out different weapons that are able to handle, desert warfare, so to say. Because this weapon was really meant for jungle warfare, for when they really created it and brought it out. I mean, it had a 30-round clip, but you can use a 20-round, for small. It's not as large ammunition, but it weighs less. And all that other stuff. You have different modifications and attachments you can do to it, and the M4 was the same. I didn't know it was like this. I always thought the M16 was like created by Mattel or something, a toy company. They brought out a gun that everyone liked, and then they had to make it real. But I guess it's just like an urban legend or some sort of story or all that. And of course, I said earlier, I didn't think it was ORO that made this. I thought it was Darkham, and Darkham's like a military research and development team or something like that. But yeah. What kind of grenades are these? Are these M67? No. Hand grenade can be thrown. Soldier, weapons, kill radiuses. Effective radius. Whatever. I don't really use those too much, but sometimes I do, and they're good. Let's move on. The dude's got a different voice. To this guy. In this game, there's not exactly permadeath, but there's kind of permadeath for the characters around you. Like, you won't see him anymore, the one with the leader tag on him. If he, at a certain point, because it's scripted in the game, you won't see him anymore. Actually, it's kind of scripted. You won't see most of these guys anymore after a certain particular level, when we get there. But for you, obviously it's not permadeath because you'll just have to retry the mission like I did earlier and keep on moving. But for the other characters, if they die, you'll get someone else for the next level if you pass and make it to the next level. There it is right there. That there is the M113. And to me, since I've played World of Tanks, this looks like, not the precursor, but like the, what do you call it? The sibling, or the next step after the M7 Priest that the military used for World War II for their SPGs. Because it has the same body, it's just that top part has changed, and obviously they probably changed a bunch of other things, but that looks like the M7 Priest, and probably, I guess since it says M113, the M is probably like the M series for the ArmA personnel carriers, which is what they're using this for, and the M7 Priest, so they probably did that. Okay, so they're going up there. I can care fuck less about that. I'm not going up there.
Papa Bear to Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, go, go, go! Oh, move to 1, 2, 1, 2!
Okay, now this level, I don't know if anyone else has played this game before and it actually managed to find a way to, like, keep into this and, like, win this city, or this small town or whatever. Doesn't work that way for me. I always have to retreat because tanks come in and it's like a fuck mess. Fuck ton mess, basically. It's ridiculous. Okay, so around here I have to be careful because there are enemies in these bushes aiming at me and shit.
Oh, move to tree, 12 o'clock. Contact, 1 o'clock.
There's one right there.
Tank, 500.
Got him.
APC, 500.
Okay, and that enemy APC is a BMP. For us, it'd be an M113.
10, engage, soldier. 5, target soldier.
kind of hard to lead at a distance away. Oh, I see a little mover. Nah, distance away. I need to close it. I mean, like, I could get him. Obviously, I didn't. And our M113 armored personnel carrier got him. Got him. Okay. T-72. We got our M60 and our M1A1.
Soldier 200. 3, 5, 6. Target soldier.
Now in this game, if you shoot a certain part on the body, it can prevent you from using that part effectively.
6. Engage. Target. 4. Engage. Soldier. 9. Engage. Soldier. 7. Engage. Soldier. 5.
So like if I got shot in the arms, my accuracy would be pretty bad. So you'll see the hand doing this a lot. Depends on how many times I was shot at there. If the legs get shot at enough, you'll have to crawl everywhere you go, and it's happened to me in the past. Yeah, see, look, nobody's there running. No one's there running where it's telling me to target, but then it'll fix itself eventually.
Supporting M60, 1 o'clock. Roger. I've got him. Listen up, Alpha Squad. We need to cover the village now. Get yourselves in position. Out. All move to house. 1 o'clock.
Ah, boy. Let's see. Now, are there any weapons here I'd like to take? Well, you know what? I'd definitely like to take that AK.
Clear.
And you know what? I'll go ahead and take some ammo from you. There's that. And I see an RPG right there. We'll pick up the RPG, we'll take RPG and the other RPG. Excuse me, I burped. It says 0, but I know I picked up some rounds, so we'll go ahead and reload and see what we got. 2 rounds, so that tells me he actually shot 1 off.
Where are you?
Grenades, I don't know, so I'm gonna toss them.
8-0.
Hopefully none of my allies are on the opposite side over there.
Don't keep soldier, 12 o'clock. 4, supporting soldier, 12 o'clock. Roger.
Oh shit. Whoops. Let's see, this M60 is pretty badly damaged. It won't be able to use its gun or the turret too well. It can use the bottom half, and you can tell because of the coloring. So he's screwed. And in this game, the M60s aren't that great. I mean, maybe in World of Tanks they might be pretty good, but here, it doesn't matter how you angle your tank or how much armor your tank's supposed to have. In this game, you get shot at, it's gonna hurt you.
T-80 tanks incoming from the south. Retreat immediately. Repeat, retreat immediately.
So we got T-80 tanks coming in. Our tanks are gonna escape. I don't know why they don't try, but maybe they realize that there's too many enemy tanks coming in that they might as well make a full retreat. I guess I'm gonna go over here to see if I can get maybe a shot off on the enemy tanks with my RPGs, because I'd like to do some damage before I try and retreat. And I'm going all the way over here because if they spot you and you happen to be an AT soldier now, because that's what I'm marked as, since I picked up this RPG, I'm marked as an AT soldier, they're going to want to target me like no other. You know, they're going to be like, oh no, we need to get this guy. Because they know I can do something. Wait, that M60 is still there? Why isn't he moving? That's not good. Usually he tries to escape. But yeah, in this game, for certain vehicles, like the M60 to the M1, the M60 is not going to reload as fast. It's not going to move as fast. It's not going to be as armored as the other tank, the M1A1. The M1A1 can take a few shots. The M60 could probably only take like 3 shots, really. Let me go ahead and pull this out. Move up a bit. T80 over there.
Engage T80.
That was a mess. I mean, it hit near him and it probably damaged him a little bit, but
10. Engage T80.
not what I wanted. And I can't really.
Supporting Abrams. 2 o'clock. Roger. Where are you? 10. Engage T80. 8. Negative. 1. Position Foxtrot. Foxtrot. 8. 0.
Yeah, he shot at me, and it didn't do much damage, but
Is down.
well, that did. But the first shot he did, it was probably just his Sabot rounds or his Sabo rounds, as you like to call it. It depends if T80s use those.
Engage soldier.
And we're all the way back here. I just realized.
1 o'clock. APC 500. 4. Supporting soldier. 3 o'clock. Roger. Soldier is history. 1 o'clock. Soldier 200. 10. Target soldier. 1 o'clock. Soldier 200. I've got him. Soldier is history. 1 o'clock. Soldier 200. I've got him.
Damn it, people. Just run into the bullets. Don't run away from them. They fucked up that house.
Clear. Under fire. 1 o'clock. Enemy. Soldier 100.
I'm actually injured, so.
10. Injured. 10. Go to soldier. 3 o'clock. 4. Supporting soldier. 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not going to him. Let him come to me. Fuck that shit.
Soldier 200. Listen up, Alpha Squad. We need to cover the village now. Get yourselves in position. Now.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll go to him. I don't want to
Move
be a
to
dick.
house. 2 o'clock. 8. Target soldier.
Heal it, medic.
4. Engage. Soldier. 3. Engage. Soldier. 11 o'clock. Enemy. Soldier. 200. 2. Engage. Soldier. 10. Engage. Soldier. 7. Engage. Soldier. 9. Engage. Soldier. 8. Target soldier. 8. Engage. Soldier. 8. Injured. 7. Engage. Soldier.
Ah, bitch. Man, and the retry is all the way back here.
Move to tree. 2 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Unknown. Tank. 500. Contact. 12 o'clock. Enemy.
And
APC.
duck.
500.
Use the cover of this small ridge to help out.
8. Target soldier. 1 o'clock. Soldier.
Damn it, that APC's pissed me off. How am I supposed to get kills if he keeps shooting at the enemy?
8. Target soldier. 1 o'clock. Soldier. 100. 4. Target soldier.
Like how I was aiming at the soldier there and it said T-72. I guess because the T-72 is in that general area, and that's like the biggest threat there.
Target 200. Target soldier. 12 o'clock.
Damn it, quit running.
10. Engage. Man. 2. Engage. Soldier. 4. Engage. Soldier. 3. Engage. Soldier. 6. Engage. Soldier. 9. Engage. Soldier. 8. Engage. Soldier. 6. Engaging. 9. Engaging. 1 o'clock. Soldier. 200. I've got him. 12 o'clock. Soldier. 200. 12 o'clock. Soldier. 100.
Running like cockroaches.
8. Target soldier. 2 o'clock. Soldier. 200. 6. Target soldier. Soldier is history.
And also another thing for this game, at the end, when you reload your weapons, like on my M16, it won't add the ammo that you left off from one clip to another clip that you might have had less. So like if, like, let me see something. Alright, so you see how I have 10 and one magazine left. So I have 10 rounds in this one magazine that's in right now, and one extra magazine left. I'm pretty sure if I emptied the 10 rounds now and I reload the next clip, I would have less than 30 rounds that I started. So what I'm trying to say is, in this game, you can't reload one clip and then say, oh, I got 10 rounds in this clip and 10 rounds in this clip. Let me just take 10 rounds out of this clip and put it into this clip, and then I'll have 20 rounds in this one clip. They don't do that in this game. That probably sounds weird, but I'm bringing that out because like maybe some of you know what I'm talking about. So like games like Resident Evil Outbreak File 1 and 2, in that game, you remember when you reloaded your weapons, you can reload the rounds into your handgun, or any weapon for that matter, one bullet at a time. So essentially you're adding one bullet every time to the one clip that's already in the magazine. That's what I'm trying to point out. You can't do that in this game, which I kind of wish they allowed, but in reality, doing a procedure like that takes some time. I say that because from experience, I used to, I still kind of do. I go down to the shooting range with my own weapon, with my 9mm, my 92 FS, and I have 2 clips, and I'll shoot one of my clips, and then I'll decide, you know what, I want to stop this clip and go to the other clip because I think I'm empty on this clip. I'll go and reload and realize, okay, I still got some rounds in this clip, and I got rounds in this clip full, and then I'll shoot those, and I'll pop it out, and I'm like, you know what, I want to reload all these rounds into this clip and then go to this clip because I didn't want to go back and forth with the shells, you know, or the rounds and bullets. So I pulled out the rounds from one magazine to dispense it into the one that had, you know, the one magazine that didn't have as many bullets, and that takes a process to do in reality. With Resident Evil Outbreak File 1 and 2 makes it easier because it's a game, you know, but in reality something like that is difficult to do. But my thing is, I would like real realism in a video game. That would be awesome.
Soldier, 200. 8. Engage. Soldier.
Oh shit, yeah, we're pulling out, aren't we? So we need to get out of here.
Soldier.
It's not a retreat, we're just pulling out, we're pulling back to a better position to reorganize, rearm, and come back strong later on. So really all you gotta do is just run up over this hill and you should be good. If I had this on the hardest difficulty, I would be going through the woods over there, because those tanks would take any opportunity to see any soldier on the opposite team running and shoot them down. Also, I think if you play this on a harder difficulty, the enemy will target you more if you take one of their dead soldiers' weapons. I guess they set it up to where it looks like you're like disgracing, or it's like something bad. It's like, oh, you're trying to take a trophy, huh? Fuck you, you know? Something like that. And of course, in reality, something could be said, you know, if I thought that, you know, on like a sociological perspective, you know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that in the battlefield. There we go. They got my head contorted and shit because I was looking on the opposite direction. They left me there. Ah, there we go. Okay, so let's look at statistics. Kills, RPG, 6. That's it. Continue. Wait a moment. There's the dead. Alright, we're going to go ahead and leave off there. This will be the first part of the Let's Play for ArmA Cold War Crisis. I'm going to take a small break and then get started on another Let's Play, and you'll see what it is. You probably already know what it is because I mentioned it earlier, but we'll go ahead and stop here. So, thanks for watching, take care, and bye-bye.